Hello my people, welcome to the Circle 240. Today's story is Love Eternal, a tale of lifetimes. It is a poignant love story with 30 episodes that spans decades, chronicling the profound love between Sarah and James. Their journey begins with a chance encounter in a bookstore, evolves into a deep and enduring connection, and leads to the fulfillment of shared dreams. Through life's challenges and joys, their love remains unshakable, culminating in a heartbreaking yet inspiring ending that leaves a lasting impact. The story explores themes of love, loss, resilience, and the enduring power of the human spirit, reminding us that true love transcends time and continues to shape lives long after its physical presence. Let's get started. Episode 1, The Bookstore Encounter. In the heart of a bustling city, where life's noise seemed endless, there was a quaint little bookstore. The intoxicating scent of old books filled the air, and the soft rustle of pages turning offered solace to those seeking refuge from the urban chaos. Sarah, a dreamer and a believer in fate, found herself drawn to this sanctuary regularly. The bookstore was her haven, a place where she could escape into other worlds within the pages of books. One sunny afternoon, as she wandered the aisles, her fingers delicately brushing over the spines of novels, she spotted him. James, with his dark, tousled hair and vintage glasses, sat engrossed in a book, his eyes capturing the essence of the written word. Curiosity took hold of her, and with a warm smile she approached him. "What book has captured your attention today?" James looked up, a mixture of surprise and curiosity in his eyes. A genuine smile formed on his lips, and he gently closed the book, placing it on a nearby table. I was just lost in the world of To Kill a Mockingbird. It's one of my all-time favorites. I'm always in search of something new and exciting to read." Sarah's eyes sparkled with interest. "I feel the same way. I'm Sarah, by the way." "James," he replied, extending a hand. "Nice to meet you, Sarah." As they exchanged pleasantries, a remarkable connection began to unfold. Their shared love for literature was just the beginning. It was as if destiny had orchestrated this chance encounter, and they were following a script written by the universe. Their conversation flowed effortlessly, as if they were old friends reuniting rather than strangers who had just met. They discussed their favorite authors, the books that had left a profound impact on their lives, and the way stories had shaped their worldviews. The minutes turned into hours, and they were lost in the enchanting world of words. It was a chance encounter that would mark the first chapter of a love story neither of them could have foreseen, but one that was destined to be filled with warmth, adventure, and profound connection. As the conversation between Sarah and James flowed like the gentle rhythm of a favorite novel, they discovered more shared passions and connections. It was as if their lives had been leading them to this serendipitous moment in the bookstore. Sarah shared her admiration for Jane Austen's timeless novels, particularly Pride and Prejudice, and how they had ignited her fascination with enduring love stories. James, in turn, confessed that The Great Gatsby had forever altered his perspective on life and dreams, emphasizing how literature had the power to transform not just one's thoughts, but their entire existence. Their souls seemed to harmonize, like two characters whose destinies were intrinsically linked in the story of life. They talked about the way stories and books were not merely ink on paper, but vessels of dreams, emotions, and inspiration. As the sun cast a warm glow through the bookstore's windows, their laughter and smiles merged with the ambient hum of the city outside. Time lost its significance as they conversed, creating a world all their own amidst the towering shelves of books. It was more than a chance encounter. It was a serendipitous moment where two hearts found common ground in their love for literature. Sarah and James had begun to craft a narrative of their own, one that would echo the beauty of the books that had first brought them together. And so, the first episode of their love story concluded, leaving them with a sense of wonder and anticipation. Sarah and James had found each other in the pages of life, and little did they know that their story would unfold like the most captivating of novels, filled with adventure, passion, and enduring love. If you'd like to explore more or have specific details you'd like to add, please let me know, and we can continue their love story. Their conversation flowed effortlessly, each word becoming a brushstroke on the canvas of their budding connection. Sarah and James spoke of their dreams, their ambitions, and the profound impact literature had on their lives. As the afternoon sun cast a warm glow through the store's windows, they lost themselves in each other's company. It was as though the world outside had disappeared, and in that moment, they were the protagonists of their own unfolding story. The quiet bookstore had transformed into a realm where time seemed to stand still. Other customers came and went, but Sarah and James were oblivious to the comings and goings around them. Their laughter and shared enthusiasm for literature filled the space, making it their own private sanctuary. Hours passed, but neither of them wanted the conversation to end. Sarah and James found solace in each other's presence, and it was becoming clear that their connection was something special, something more profound than a simple chance encounter. As the day turned into evening, they reluctantly decided to part ways. James walked Sarah to the door, their footsteps echoing softly in the store. "It was wonderful meeting you, Sarah," James said, his eyes filled with sincerity. "I can't remember the last time I had such a captivating conversation." Sarah's heart swelled with warmth. "Likewise, James. I feel like we've just begun a beautiful story." Before they said their goodbyes, James took a piece of paper and scribbled down his phone number. "In case you ever want to discuss books or anything else, here's my number." Sarah accepted the piece of paper with a grateful smile. "I'd love that, James." With a final exchange of smiles and promises to meet again, they parted ways, each carrying the memory of that magical encounter in the bookstore. It was a chance meeting, but it felt like destiny had set the stage for something extraordinary. Sarah and James had taken their first steps into a love story that would prove to be more profound and enduring than they could have ever imagined. If you'd like to continue with episode 2, or have any specific ideas for their next encounter or moment in the story, please let me know, and I'll be happy to proceed. As they parted ways that evening, both Sarah and James found their thoughts drifting back to the captivating encounter in the bookstore. Each step they took seemed to resonate with the anticipation of a new chapter in their lives. When Sarah arrived home, she couldn't resist calling her best friend Lily to share the story of her chance meeting with James. Over the phone, Sarah's excitement was palpable as she described the incredible connection she had felt. Lily couldn't help but tease her friend. "Sounds like you found your very own Mr. Darcy." Sarah laughed. "Who knows, Lily? Maybe he's the hero of my own story." On the other side of the city, James was equally enthusiastic. He couldn't shake the feeling that meeting Sarah had been a turning point in his life. He shared the story with his roommate Mark, who listened with a grin. Mark raised an eyebrow. "She must have made quite an impression on you, James." James nodded. "You have no idea, Mark. It was as if we were characters in a book destined to meet." With their thoughts consumed by the possibilities of this newfound connection, Sarah and James went to bed that night, each feeling a sense of expectation and wonder about what the future might hold. To know more what happened next, find the next chapter in the description. Thank you for watching. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more stories. Bye-bye.